Well, we finally made it back up here to the mountains. And boy, am I glad to be here. I was just driving in here the last little bit, looking, going, oh man, it feels so good to be back here. But now it's been a month since I've been camping, which that's been quite a while for this year for me. Normally I'm either going every weekend or just missing a weekend here and there. But work has been so busy this last month. It seems like it comes in waves. And we had a big wave, and it took us about 5 weeks to get through it. But caught back up, finally get to get out here and spend some time in the mountains. And I think I got plans. Hopefully next week I got another place I want to go. So, but no, super excited to be up here. Super happy. Brought the Jeep, and I'm planning on going back into an area that is kind of an old mining area up here, way up here in the mountains. But it's kind of cool. I thought I'd bring you along and show you kind of what it looks like. But it's got some old, good sized buildings, and there's a lot of mining up in that area. And then actually, those buildings are built right by a lake, which is kind of cool. So I got things mostly set up. The camper's kind of set up, it's leveled out, and got the pop out. I'm not gonna pull out the Traeger or any of that until I get back. But my brother actually came up yesterday, and his wife, and it's funny, we when I talked to him last week, I was helping him finish a job that he was doing, and he had some reason why he wasn't going to be able to come this week, and he's like, he was caught up too, and his wife had took the week off. Anyway, he called me, or actually texted me yesterday morning, and asked if I was going to be working all week or if I was going to be going camping. So I called him back, and just so happens to be that they were headed for the same spot, the same campground, everything as I was. So they come up yesterday, got the spot, and nobody was here, and I came up today. So I'm gonna be up here for a little bit, but no, I'm looking forward to just being up here and relaxing. We'll go take a look at that mine, the old mine back in there, and then I don't know, we'll see what else we get into. So after airing down the tires on the Jeep, we head back into that area that has the mine and the lake. We're kind of running across the ridge line that goes over. It goes up probably a little bit higher, and then it will drop down towards those that mining area. I just thought I'd stop here and check this out. There's quite a bit of smoke in here, which I'm sure you can see. But I don't know, pretty cool. All right, we'll keep going. Yeah, so we just got here. I'll have to show you around here. This is pretty cool. You can kind of see behind me the lake, and then of course over here there's some cabins, but it's kind of cool. There's nobody down here. So anyway, I'll flip this around and kind of show you what we got going on. The road coming down in this last little bit is really narrow and really rocky, and it's tight with as wide as my Jeep is. But yeah, you come in from down that way, and then you've got, I'm guessing that was a cabin. That was probably a cabin. You got another big building here, and then you come over here. There's a Jeep, the lake, and then you got another cabin over here. But this is years ago. I mean, like around 2000. I came in here a lot on four-wheelers, and we were all over back in here. There's trails all over back in here, and there's actually quite a bit of traffic coming in here. So I don't know, I don't see anybody in here right now, so I don't know if they're doing anything back in here now or not, but it's kind of a cool spot. You got these old buildings that are still standing pretty well, and then you got this lake, which is pretty cool. Looks like we got a duck out there too. You can kind of see it right over there. Yeah, look at the mountains that sit up above this. It's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna walk around the side. We walked around, there's actually a little mine shaft over there, but they got it blocked off. Well, let's walk around there. Yeah, it looks like there's a little campfire there, or campfire pit. And they've got this deal here, kind of blocks something to do with mining. They kind of got it blocks so people can't drive in back in here. But we'll sneak in through there. Yeah, this is just cool. I've always thought this kind of cool. The first time we came back in here and saw those big buildings right next to this lake. A lot of times you see mining stuff, but you don't see them like this. This is cool. Anyway, walk down this. Man, it's just beautiful today. Beautiful day today. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, I think we're almost here. Oh, there goes Gus just chased up a grouse. Right there. Anyway, yeah, this is a old mining claim. No trespassing. So, but they've got it all blocked up. But I thought that was kind of cool when I seen this. I think it's called the Kimberley Mine. But yeah, look at that. But yeah, pretty cool. And you got back over this way. You see some fish jumping a little bit. Yeah, let's get a look at this. Yeah, this is the lake. This is from the other side of where the Jeep's at. The Jeep's right over there. See it over there? Anyway, pretty cool. Yeah, so you can see that the cabin's way over there. We're on the road headed back up out of here. But yeah, you drop down through there and pop up over there, and there's a lake just to the right of that. But pretty cool. Well, it's the next day. So after getting back from that mine where the lake and stuff was late yesterday, it was around evening time. I got back here and my brother and his family were back, and they were cooking taco soup. So anyway, I ended up eating with them, and then we kind of hung out, visiting, and hung out around the campfire for the evening, and it was fun. It was good. So, and then this morning, got up, kind of hung out around here till late morning, and then kind of got ready. And they went up one trail that was an ATV trail, cuts up to another road, and then the road cuts back over to another lake that I've actually camped at quite a bit years ago, before you had all the side-by-sides and everything. There wasn't that many people that would actually go up there. Because it's a pretty rough road getting in there. I actually went around the way that we used to go in, and went up that way and met them there, and then came back out the way we all came back out the way that I went in. But yeah, we used to go up in there quite a bit, and it years ago. But now not too many people camp there. Me and my son Tanner camped there I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember which. And that's when I had the turtleback trailer, and we pulled up with the Jeep and camped there and did some fly fishing. But so I kind of wouldn't mind going back up there and doing some fly fishing. I haven't done it. We were going to do it earlier this year and couldn't get in there, and then hadn't been able to make it back. But it was fun. We got up there and spent some time there. I got there a little before them, so I hung out for a while, and then they got there and we hung out for a little bit longer. We actually looked up, there's a spot we used to camp up there when they had the fires come through. Most of the lake's good. The main camping spot never got burnt, but there's one side camping spot because there's only a couple places in the one, and then there's the third spot that we used to camp at a lot because it was always open. And so we got looking, trying to find it. I looked at it when we were up there camping with the turtleback and found the campfire, but the trees are all just, I don't know, it is a disaster. And he was like, I wonder if you could make it so you could camp here again. Yeah, no, it's a disaster. But anyways, that was fun. And then kind of came back here and hung out here around camp. And then they actually just got packed up when they got back here, and they just left just a little bit ago. So I'm staying another night. But no, it was fun spending some time with them, and going up there and seeing the lake. And then yesterday was fun going up and seeing that area up there is just cool. I mean, it's cool that they got some mines right there by that lake. Some old buildings that used to mine out of. But it's pretty cool. It's kind of a pretty area. So that was fun going there. So anyway, here in a bit, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten much since breakfast. So here in a bit, actually here pretty quick, I'm going to start making dinner. So we'll get started on that here in a minute. Yeah, this is really good. This is really good. As I said before, things taste better cooked on the Traeger. Just my opinion. So I'm kind of waiting for it to cool down a little more. The shade's finally starting to get to the fire pit. Once it cools down a little bit more, then I'm going to start a fire and kind of hang out around the fire for the evening. Today when we're clear up at that lake, when we're coming out of there, I looked on my Jeep on the thermometer and it said it was 75 degrees, which that's not bad. But then when we got down to the bottom down this area, it was 80 degrees. So definitely, it's quite a bit higher up there than it is down here. Yeah, it's just nice. It was a really nice day today. Kind of relaxing, hanging out. Then we went up for that run up there, and then came back. Well, I'm going to finish up my burger here. Then I'm going to share the last little bit with Gus. And then here in a bit, we'll get a fire going and kind of hang out.
Well, today was a good day. Had some fun with my brother and his family, and then this evening I just kind of been hanging out, had dinner, and then got the fire started, of course, and just been kind of hanging out, enjoying the evening, the peacefulness up here. It's so peaceful, and it's funny because coming up, it'd been 4 weeks since I've been in the mountains because I've been so busy with work. Finally got caught up, so I was able to come up, and I'll be coming up more again. But it just feels different after going up the last 2 times I went during the middle of summer, and just so many people, and then I come up this time and it almost feels like fall. The kids are all back in school. This is towards the end of August, and coming up here there wasn't that much traffic all the way up, and then you get up here and there's just not that many people up here. So it's been really nice, and the weather's cooled down a little bit. It's, you know, it was up in the low 80s, 80 or around 80. I saw 80. I don't know if it got higher than that. Down here lower, up higher, up by the one lake we went up to today, it was around 75 up there. It's a bit higher, so it's always cooler up there. So it's warm down here. You go up there, it's actually pretty nice. But had a little bit of smoke since I've been up here. Really haven't had much. It's really not been bad this year. A lot of years down where I live, especially like last year, we had a lot of smoke. Really, really a lot of smoke. This year, we really haven't had much. It's a couple days or 2-3 days of a little hazy, but not bad. It really wasn't smoky. My brother came up on Wednesday. He said it wasn't smoky here. He got up on Thursday morning and it had socked in a bit. And it wasn't bad until I got almost up here, and there was one of the draws, I guess, that comes from here, goes clear down to the salmon, and I think it's coming up that, because you could see where it's coming from the one meadow. It's actually one of the meadows that I camped in earlier this summer, and you could see it was thick down in there. So I'm guessing it's coming up from that way somewhere. There is a fire, I think, north of here quite a ways. So it's been a little smoky. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's been smoky. You can smell it. And the bugs have not been. I mean, the skills really aren't that bad right now. Last time I was up here, which has been probably a month and a half ago, a lot of mosquitoes, but there's been a few, but it's not been bad. I haven't even put any mosquito spray on. So that's been nice. Had some horse flies both yesterday afternoon, late afternoon, and actually just in the afternoon, and then this afternoon there was a little bit of horse flies, but not bad. Today was less than yesterday. But no, I've just been enjoying this nice, peaceful, just being up here. But anyway, I'm going to hang out here around the fire for the rest of the evening and just enjoy being up here and enjoy this campfire, and then I think I'll go to bed. But anyway, so we will see you in the morning.
Well, we had a good trip this time. I was able to spend some time with my brother and his family, and check out that cool lake. And then I don't know. It's been a relaxing time being up here in the mountains. It was much needed after working for so long. It's just been really good to be back up here. But anyway, kind of got up this morning, kind of been hanging out a little bit, and got something to eat. Got Gus fed, but gonna head back today, so we're gonna kind of start packing things up and get ready to get out of here. Got to get the trailer back on the truck and the Jeep back on the trailer, and then kind of head out of here. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.